I am Josh Galindo. I've built several successful businesses utilizing the one tool everybody has, the mind. I am here to guide, coach, and prepare you. We will debate, discuss, and grow our minds together so you can obtain your own success. Fuck average, be legendary. This is my podcast. Hey, Danny, every time I get a new follower, that's what we're going to do. Joiner. Casey Ryan has joined the podcast. How fun is that shit? All right. Oh, well, we got another one. Monica, baby.
Monica G, baby.
How cool is that? That's fucking
Liberty.
Oh, man.
Welcome, Liberty.
Underground Cafe.
Dude, we're moving now. Instagram's like, shit, let more people know.
Heather's in here.
Casey gave us some love.
Did he?
Oh, Danny. We got a full-blown Howard Stern over here. This is awesome. How fun. I couldn't be doing this with two people that I care more about in my life.
Oh.
As
Give him air hearts.
I knew how much you cared about Danny. I just didn't know about me.
Nah, you qualify too.
Hey.
You had 4 of his babies. There's a little connection there that I don't think I can ever
No, you can't
achieve.
You won't be able to, Dan.
Yeah, it's not.
And we're not even going to try.
No, my breasts are not big enough.
So fun. Well, if you have a question, listen, so we're going to do a little podcast live. We're trying this out. It took about 5 times to get on
Trial and error,
getting it figured out. But, brave things, extraordinary things require brave action. And so I don't care how dumb I look trying to perfect something because I will ultimately perfect it.
Yeah.
So feeling dumb along the journey doesn't really matter.
I don't know if you feel dumb.
No, well,
I mean, if you look at Joe Rogan's first podcast, it was embarrassing.
Well, have you actually looked?
Yeah, it's like
Really?
4 guys on a split screen with like dingy gray video with like white bed sheets behind them.
Oh, man.
And they don't even have a format.
Oh,
Like,
really?
It took him a while to get where he's at. And it's just like, what's up? And they like say a bunch of wild comedic shit that
Well, I think
half of them got canceled for.
Yeah, and I was going to say
Wow.
that would make you appreciate what he is now, too. If
Sure,
he started
yeah.
what he was at, you'd be like, he's never upgraded.
You want to hear something that I didn't realize until this morning?
What?
Your point about starting from zero.
Yeah.
The Demopolis song.
Okay.
you got your
the
phone on
jingle?
No, it's recording.
Oh, yeah. All wrong.
We have no phones.
Dude, it's The Blessings, the intro. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
What's the blessings?
From Drake.
Are you talking about
Oh.
this commercial?
Yes. Did you know that?
It sounded
Started
familiar.
from the top, now I'm here.
Oh.
Or started from
the
zero.
bottom.
Started from the bottom, now I'm here.
Started from the
now
top.
I'm here. Shit, I started from the top and now I'm here.
That's what Josh said in 2008.
Right.
Yeah. That's.
But
Oh,
back
Anthony's on. Give Anthony a round of applause.
hey,
Oh,
Thank you.
Galindo Group's on, babe. Galindo Group.
Oh, man. Where's the da-da-da-da-da?
Oh, my gosh.
We're just having way too much fun.
Yeah.
That's all right. I think this one should be about fun. Let's just work our way in.
so we'll go back to Joe Rogan. Some guy was trying to make him a bet on paper, rock, scissors. And the guy was like, come on, dude, do my bet. He's like, dude, I'm going to bet you $20. Joe Rogan was like, I'll bet you $20. He's like, I'm not betting you money. And he's like, well, are you not confident you can beat me, Joe Rogan? He's like, no. He's like, advertising time on my podcast, you have nothing that is worth that in your life. He's like, well, what do you mean? He's like, way to shut me down. He's like, I'm not shutting you down. He's like, nothing you can offer me is worth time on my podcast.
Shit.
I'm talking. He's like, either take the 20, just shut up. You're
Right.
not getting any.
Be
advertising.
grateful.
Yeah.
For the 20. You're lucky you got me talking about you. To that point, that airtime on these successful networks is so valuable that every time that during the pandemic, do you remember on CNN?
Yeah.
They would dedicate 30% of their screen
To COVID.
to the COVID death counter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another death, another death, another
Yeah.
death. That must have, and they did it for a long time. So that must have had some data that showed that was keeping people glued to their screens, which is such a fucking talk. Who watches That would be like watching a I don't even know if I can say that.
No. It's like watching a tragedy go live. Like,
yes,
there's a school shooting.
Here's
and
a better one, 9/11.
Yeah.
And then just watching a ticker.
Every time they find a body, it's like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like who tunes in to watch that? I couldn't understand that. Shit.
My mom.
Thanks, Dan.
'Cause I was getting updates.
Hey, Dan, Josh Bleeker's in the building. Dude, this is fucking dope.
Welcome, Bleeker.
Oh, who's that?
I don't know.
Just Dean's June.
We got him. But I remember when COVID first happened, I was obsessed with it. Like, I was watching it track the world.
Yeah, we know.
I'm telling everyone, I'm like, dude, well, I saw this Chinese guy get out of his car because he drove through a barricade, and they all had hazmat suits and put a fish net, like a pool net over his head, wrapped him in like foil. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's coming. It's got to come. I was watching it. And then once it got here, I was like, I can't watch this anymore.
When you showed me that video, I remember looking at you going, Danny, it's fucking China. They do crazy shit over there. Like, that's what they fucking do. And he's like, no, dude, this is some different shit. Let's go back about that for a quick second, because I was just talking about that.
It seems like it was yesterday, and then I get notifications it was 3 years ago.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
It is, 3 years ago.
Like, so much has happened, but the start of it was...
Let me tell you when it hit me, and then when I knew it was real. Danny been I don't want to say crying wolf, but whatever the right term is, he's been bringing it
vocalizing,
vocalizing it, bringing it to everybody's attention in the office, and I'm just, me. It wasn't even like I was crazy or stubborn. The things he was saying were fucking unbelievable.
Right.
I'm like,
it was very foreign.
Bro, they're not going to shut the strip down.
And if you've seen Josh's talk, or he always says he's so delusionally optimistic until something happened. Until
he's like, fuck, they're putting doors on the MGM to close it.
Josh was delusionally optimistic until the day
they shut it down. And I'm sitting out. So Danny and I are getting ready to leave. It's like sunset, so kind of dusky, a little gray in the sky.
Well, I remember this day. I know where you're going.
It was bad, bro. That next day, I was fucking crying. I'll explain how I got there. So, Danny been talking. I'm kind of dismissing. Then we're getting ready to leave that day, and we're leaning on your car, my car, a car in the front of the building, in the front of the Glendale Group Real Estate building, and he gets a call from Alan.
Mm-hmm.
And Alan goes, dude, they just shut down the NBA basketball game. I don't remember which one it was. I'm sure.
Mavericks and Jazz.
And they just stopped the Mavericks and Jazz game. I'm like, eh. But then what hit was he said that he repeated out loud, the referees ran onto the court waving their arms, going, game is over, everybody out, on national TV.
Yeah.
That when I was like, dude, you want to talk about creating panic in civilization?
Right,
do that.
Well, we were like, I always check Twitter. I'm like, let's check Twitter. We're looking at Twitter, and you see Mark Cuban look at his phone like, no.
Yeah.
We looked at each other. We're like, fuck.
Dude, so I'll go into how I started crying really quick the next day. I go to the gym the next day, and everybody's still trying to be optimistic, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's trying to be optimistic, excuse me. Everybody's still doing their routine.
Right.
I see Andre, I see Tom, I see Chris, I see, the 10 people I run into at the gym every morning. But I see them. I walk up to Tom, and he looked gray.
Like more gray than normal.
He lost the color in his face. Okay.
Yeah, he lost the color, dude. And he looked, and I go, "Do you think I was like, I think I said I got like 300,000, and I think I was exaggerating because I don't think I even had that much money in the bank. I was like, do you think that's enough money to make it through this? He goes, absolutely not. He goes, you need to double that, like, instantly. And I didn't even, he was on the tricep. I didn't even fucking work out. I went back home, and then I see Jason fucking getting out of his truck, and I'm so panicked, and I'm so scared, and I start tearing up, and I'm like, Jason, I need someone to calm me down, man. I just left the gym, and everybody was in zombie mode.
Yeah.
Like, everybody was afraid. You just felt a very, very, very high level of fear in the room. Anyway, so he goes, it's okay, because Jason's so optimistic and positive. He's like, it's going to be fine. It'll be fine. I'm like, dude, no, I need to create liquidity like right now. I need liquidity. I'm like, I'll sell you one of my rentals right now. I'm thinking, which one did I pay the least for? Okay, I paid $100,000 for Signet. I was like, I'll sell Signet right now for one. I'm like negotiating in the front yard. That's how panicked I am. For $160, it's paying $1,200 a month. I go inside and I remember. Do you remember Thursday? It was the Thursday that was with Sarah and Brandy, and I broke down at the table.
Yes.
And it was that one was when the rent moratorium came out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I thought I was being extremely responsible, conservative, and I can withstand anything. And then the governor comes out and goes,
No one has to pay rent.
"Yeah, oh hey, yeah. By the way, there's a rent moratorium."
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm fucked. I'm totally fucked. Oh, that was scary.
Yeah, that
was scary just reliving that shit.
I think
anyway, Jason didn't buy the rental. I still got it, motherfucker. Now it's worth like $350.
Yeah, I think you only missed maybe 2% of your rent payments.
Oh, we collected 100% of everything.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
there was some
we had
delays.
really good tenants.
Actually, let's ask our property manager. Honey, how did it go?
It went good. We had really good tenants.
We did. We're very grateful for our
Yes.
tenants. They're good people, and we're good to them.
Yeah, I was.
We buy them like a new washer and dryer every day.
Oh. I've literally bought like 6 units in the past 3 weeks. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is fucking crazy. Let's give some shout outs really quick to who's on here. So
right.
Eric jumped on. Give him a round of applause.
All right, here you go.
There you go. Ooh, Dylan Flex, my fucking man.
Oh.
Yeah, Dylan deserves that one right there. All right, Eric Jordan, Krystal, DJ Tony Sinatra. Give him a fucking Danny. Tony, tell me you didn't love that shit. Okay, Danny, I want to hear you immediately talk some shit to Don.
Oh, Don B. You know he's watching this, eating a cupcake or a donut,
Oh my God.
sipping some coffee.
He's not here to defend himself.
Ah.
That's so funny. Dude, when they go back and forth, it's fucking hilarious. All right. I just had to catch that up. What else you got, guys?
Oh, we're talking about COVID, and then we'll go to the next stage where, what was it? We're like, oh no, they were saying which businesses were going to be deemed appropriate through
right.
COVID, and
Now,
we're
what
like,
was the term? Necessity.
essential
Essential,
businesses,
yeah.
and we're waiting for the fucking for them to drop. And they're like real estate. We're like, yes.
That was so fucking
You can still
exciting.
show homes, still buy them.
No.
Sunk the interest rate to 2%.
Yeah.
Dude, now that, talk about learning valuable economic lessons over time that we'll be able to apply. That some kids that are 18 right now, not paying attention to any interest rate, are missing this whole lesson that aren't in business yet. But we'll be old veterans that understand how crucial. Dude, you got to think, like when I got into real estate, the interest rate moved like, I don't know, quarter, half a point for 10 years, up or down.
Mm-hmm.
Like it didn't.
5 to 8, just in that range.
Well, I'm talking the Fed fund rate.
Okay.
So I don't know, three. I'd have to go look, to be honest.
Right.
But three and a quarter, 3. Sit there for 6 months. 1 year, probably didn't even touch it. Like there was never any news around interest rates. So
No.
I never had to learn them or understand them or pay attention to them. Now that, boy, do we fucking know how impactful they are. So my point is that when we saw those fucking drop to 2%, think of the person that understood interest rates, because property values hadn't gone up yet.
Yeah.
Dude,
Right.
they could have been buying up everything
Right.
and borrowing at like 2.5%.
I mean, I'm sure every smart businessman refinanced every loan he had.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
That's what's fucking the banks.
Yeah.
That's why the banks are failing,
Right.
because they got all this fucking cheap money debt.
So would you, if that happened again, are you refining all your cars?
Well, I've already thought about it now. With what I've got, I'm gonna refinance.
If it dropped to 2, is that like the first thing you're doing?
Yeah. Think how much that increased the cash flow, baby.
You're like, I'm paying the Audi prices for a G squared.
Exactly. That sound like Grant Cardone. He goes cash flow, how's it go? He goes,
I don't know how he
goes,
says it.
cash flow, baby, cash flow. But anyway, it's all about cash flow. I was thinking about getting a cash flow shirt, but he kind of beat me to it.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's his thing now.
That's all right. Go Grant. Grant says he's got 1,800 apartment. No, he's got 9,000 apartments paying him an average of $1,800 a month. And then do the math. It's $17 million a month. And I love Grant Cardone because he's the greatest marketing guy on the planet. And I'm sure he's rich as fuck. And he's substantially richer than I am.
Right.
But he don't fucking own all 9,000 of those apartment complexes.
No, he's got 20,000 partners.
Right. Literally.
Oh.
20,000 is probably.
Yeah, he pulls 1,000 from some mom in Kentucky.
Exactly.
Another 5,000
Oh.
from an engineer in New York.
That's a lot of work.
Oh, well, to him, he's just a marketing machine. But yeah, to the people in the back, Krystal, the money girl, she's like, that's a lot of work.
Literally, he gets crowdfunding.
I'm like, that scares me.
He
I
goes
have
on his social
nightmares.
media to say, if you want to be a part of this, DM me fund. And then anyone that DMs him, he gets 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 from whoever he can, and they're partners in the deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Isn't that nuts?
All right,
Yeah.
Krystal,
Dude, here's the thing. You can just go on TikTok and YouTube or Google, Grant Cardone or Cardone Capital disbursements. And it's like regular Joes that kind of expose them. They're like, I gave this guy $400,000 and here's my first check. And it's like $1,189. And then I gave another $300,000. Here's my second check. It's $964. I earned 4.5% to 5% a month on my money. And now it's passive. Now good
Right,
for them. But
right.
that's fucking.
That's not what they signed up for.
No,
He makes it sound a little sexier than it is.
of course.
But
He's
to the average Joe, maybe that is what it is.
Yeah.
Who is that nurse? Is that Nurse Kate? Is that Nurse Kate? Did Nurse Kate just jump on? Nurse Kate 82. What up, girl?
Oh my goodness.
Anybody got any questions for us?
I got a question.
Hit me, Jonesy.
What was your preferred COVID night?
Ooh, I can already visualize mine.
Oh.
'Cause we all had a routine which turned
Great
to like
question. Great question.
you guys are married, so this is a joint question.
Um.
You get off work, there's literally you can't go get a donut, you can't go get a cup of coffee, you can't go eat. All you have to do is go home. Like, what did you do? Like, what was your
You remember my COVID birthday? thought
remember.
That was fun.
Well, yes. The part that unfortunately there was a moment that trumped the fun, and so that I actually remember that over the fun, which I should probably reprogram that because that was an incredibly fun day.
Yeah.
It was the bullshit that took place at the park.
Yeah, I know. It was the X's on the.
One of her fucking friends, and she
Okay,
deserves to be
Dave,
called out right now, and she's listening. Anyway,
She's not gonna listen.
meets at the fucking park, the community park, refuses to show up, meets at the community park, and fucking tapes X's to the concrete, and then initiates everybody over there and has everybody stay on their X to celebrate my wife Krystal's birthday.
6 feet apart?
When I
Yes, and then
asked-
I flew the drone over there because I heard that this was happening, but I knew that if I went over there, I'd lose my mind.
Yeah.
So I flew the drone over there, Danny. I have a fucking photo of it. I don't know where it is, but I have a photo. It is the most fucked up visual I've ever seen in my life.
I've said I don't want to do anything for my birthday because I didn't want it to be like that.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'd rather not do anything.
That's right. She kind of opted for nothing in exchange for all the
6 feet.
6 feet fucking extras.
I didn't want all the bullshit.
Bullshit.
That's all right.
Sorry if
Anyways,
was
that
too loud.
night ended up being really fun.
How'd you guys
golf
do the
karting? I feel like we did a lot of golf cart rides,
Golf cart rides.
I started playing video games.
kickball in
Did
the
you?
front
I
yard.
bought an Xbox like literally a week before everything shut down, and you remember Jackbox TV?
Oh yeah.
I found a way to get my whole family online, and we all played it from
Oh
my
my gosh,
Xbox.
how funny!
So we were playing
cool.
Jackbox TV.
That's
Like I was
cool.
getting creative.
Fucking Danny.
Yeah, that was.
He could
I
figure that
had
shit
Mary, Dean, Katie, Kelly. We were playing, and it's funny. As soon as COVID ended, I never touched my Xbox again.
Yeah,
Really?
It's collected dust.
out. Yeah.
it's collected.
But we played it every night. We had nothing to do.
Yeah, what else are you going to do? No, it makes
No,
sense.
I know if I could go back to COVID, I just for like a month I would.
Well, here's where I think
think-
COVID fucked us
because
up.
now we have we know what it looks like.
Well, yeah, if somebody would have said, and I don't think this answer existed to be said, so I'm not being unrealistic, but if someone would have said, 3 months, life's going to look like this, and on 3 months and 1 day, we are committed 1,000,000%. I don't care if the whole population dies of COVID.
Yeah,
We're going back to normal life.
yeah,
Then we would have all appreciated the 3 months.
right.
But for me, I was in full-blown survival mode. I'm
You're
like,
like,
how
when's
do
this
I-
gonna end? They
Yeah.
keep extending. They keep
Right.
extending.
We're in survival mode. Meanwhile, fucking full blown bisons keep getting chucked at our front door.
Bisons? What?
Like, no, we weren't starving. We were just
Oh.
throwing bisons at our door. We're like, we're in survival mode. We don't know when these bisons are going to stop flying at our front door.
It was very special. That was very special.
I always tell people, I'm like, I think 2020 was one of my favorite years alive.
Really? Yeah. Let's reverse that on you, Dan. What made that? What was your pause. Oh my God, so many people joined, and I fucking forgot to say hello. Hold on, Dan. We must give some shout outs.
All right, shout out.
Give it to our boy Casey Montanini. Heather said her favorite moment was riding bikes on the strip. Oop, we got Emmett, Vegas realtor, in the building. Good, congratulations, Emmett. All right, let me see if we got Casey Montanini, Heather, A. Jones remembers. He remembers your Xbox thing, Danny. That's fun. Andrea Granati, congratulations, the beautiful bride. I wonder when that rolls off. Oop, question for Krystal. How do you do it all? Clean house, kids, sports, dinners, work, all the things. How do you do it? So let's just talk about this really quick because, well, not this specific question, but what do we do here? Because this is our guinea pig run here for everybody watching. So do we get do we compile questions?
No, I think you just answer.
Or do you answer them right in the moment?
Answer.
So whatever topic we're on, we stop and answer the question.
Answer the question.
All right. Danny's our question asker. So
okay.
he's our agitator of the group.
Okay, Krystal, how do you do it all? Clean house, kids, sports, dinners, work, all of the things. How do you do it? She forgot one thing.
What?
How do you handle Josh?
Yeah, that's kids. He's my fifth
He's
kid.
the fifth.
He's the fifth kid.
Oh man, I'm so low maintenance.
I need you to laugh louder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one, babe.
How do you do it all?
That's a very loaded question. I
She said loaded.
I don't honestly feel like I do that much. I mean, I'll be completely honest. Like cleaning the house, I have someone that helps me do cleaning and laundry every Monday because I would rather be taking my kids to soccer than staying home to have somebody else take them to soccer so that I could do the laundry and cleaning. So that I get help with. And I love Carolina. She's amazing.
Yes, she is.
Then the sports and everything, honestly, I get a ton of fulfillment out of it. Like, so I do wish like I could go back to the days where I'd hang out with my friends and go to dinner, but I thoroughly enjoy watching my kids play soccer and thrive, and they love it. So I get fulfillment out of that. That's like, it's a non-negotiable for me. Like, oh, I have plans. I have soccer practice.
Sports, dinners, work.
Okay.
All of it.
So, well, because I think dinner's
behind.
Okay.
All the time.
I think you should touch on each of these. So fulfillment trumps
the stress.
The stress, right.
Yes.
Right. It smooths it all out. But here's what I learned one time, really quick. Don't let me get off track. Keep us focused. Keep me focused. Is that we're always doing.
Right.
Like we're doing right now.
Yeah.
And when we get done doing this, we'll be doing the next thing. We're always doing. It's just a choice on what it is we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So for someone to go, well, how do you always run the kids to soccer? Well, I'm going to either be doing sitting on the couch, or I could be doing running my kids to soccer.
Right.
Either way, you're still alive. You're still going to do something. You know, it's not like not doing something isn't like taking time off. Anyway, keep going. So I think that is how that qualifies for you, honey.
Well, and I also work.
And I want to say dinner. She was referring to our social scene, which I think you deserve a lot of credit. So I want to make sure you understand that.
Yes. I just feel like for work, I'm behind all the time, and it's just what it is. But I think like since everything happened in 2021, I've tried to shift my mind because it's like I went to what's that? A Reiki person?
Will you?
Hold on.
Rocky?
Reiki.
I think you're right. And it may be chakras and shit.
Yeah, and she said you need to slow down. You're doing too much. You need to slow down. I'm like, okay. So I was like trying to think of how I slow down. Like, what do I cut out? Like, what do I not do anymore? And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to slow down. I'm going to do exactly what I'm doing, but I'm just not going to do it with such a high level of stress. If I'm late, I'm fucking late. If I don't get this in on time, I didn't get it in on time. But I'm not going to like stress myself out because I think that the stress is what doesn't help your health.
Yeah, no, I agree. So there's a few things that I want to touch on. Is one, moving forward, I think you just fucking own it and say, after I was done with breast cancer, during my breast cancer journey, because I don't think as many people as you think know, I don't think that, I think there's more people that don't realize or know. And I think I think one of the values of your bravery and telling people that you had this and expressing the details that were involved in that journey were that you were touching people and inspiring people and helping people that would have never fucking known. Right?
Yeah.
So I think it'd be a disjustice to dismiss that phase in your life.
Okay.
It's like me saying, I don't know, like when I was a high school dropout versus me being like, well, when I finished high school. Well, some people may be like debating going into the workforce and thinking they can make it that way versus finishing high school. And maybe I'll inspire them to fucking drop out. I don't know. No, but anyway, and then the other thing that I think is Danny's a witness of it, that Krystal fucking works. People think she's just a stay-at-home.
I know people always get surprised. I'm like, yo, she's the bookkeeper. She runs all the money for all the businesses. They're like, she what?
No, so you know what was funny, to touch on that really quick, when Julio came in yesterday, and he was like,
He's
hey,
like,
Krystal.
you work?
He goes, wait, so this is your office? Oh, I wasn't really sure. What do you do here? I'm like, I fucking work too.
Let me tell you what she did. She grabbed Julio by the back of his collar.
No, I didn't.
Fucking held his ass, kicked the door open with her left foot, walked out front, spun his ass around and pointed the fucking building and said, what does that say?
Galindo.
Julio's the nicest.
He's the fucking greatest guy on the planet.
Nicest guy ever. No, I was a little flattered. I'm like, wow, he thinks that I'm so busy and he didn't even realize that I was working.
Everyone thinks Josh does. I remember the podcast I did where I sat in.
Hey, really quick, keep going, Danny. Okay. But Avia Media Group, I'm going to answer your question in just a second, so hang with us. Oh, we got to give a big shout out to Wolf of Julio.
Julio?
No, Juan Rubio. Sorry, I get it mixed up. And then
just talking about Julio.
Juan Rubio. Big shout out because he just helped us acquire Sea Holly. So,
awesome.
Yeah, my man. So, okay, keep going, Danny. And then we're going to come back and answer your question, Avi, in just a moment.
Well, I did the podcast, and they were like, I had like 3 or 4 people. They're like, well, I had no idea you did all that. I'm like, what'd you think I did? Like, I just thought you're a real estate agent. I was like, I know Josh is an amazing businessman that can do a lot of shit, but there's a lot of pieces where it's like, imagine if you had to do all the bookkeeping and billing.
Oh, man.
Dude, there's this. I have no issue owning it. I think there's value in owning it. My value is my value that I bring to the table. That's a part of what makes this all run.
The motor.
But there's 50 other things that have to happen to make it run, and that's Danny. Like, he helped me build this room. We hung these hats together. You know what I'm saying? We bought the hat clips together. He hung the TV. He had the room skim coated. We put this table together. You know, together. You know, so Krystal fucking had to figure out where all this money had to get funneled through the right account. I mean, it's fucking unbelievable what it takes to run this thing, and how special the people are around me that help me do it, because that is why I would rather people around the businesses make good money that's a livable wage, that's a healthy wage that they can actually become wealthy off of, and only have 5 rock stars than fucking 15 or 20 people that are all starving, aren't loyal, don't make any real money, aren't grateful, they're pissed off at life, and then I have a fucking 5th job, which is managing 10 people.
Yeah.
Like, that's my favorite part about our crew.
Yeah.
Is that everybody wears multiple hats.
Yeah.
And then and we're all, I don't know. I mean,
well, it's not really like a job for anyone. It's like, it's what I do. I gotta.
Right. So let's just do some real quick clarifying here. Danny Jones is not just a realtor.
He's actually not even a realtor.
Right. He's not even. Heather said that I'm extremely buff and handsome.
Wow.
I know. Who would have thought?
Jeez.
Thanks, Heather.
I wrote down some notes of what to tell her to say.
Oh, did you?
Nice.
Did you side text her that?
We'll go back to what I was saying before. The reason why COVID 2020 is my favorite year is, as you guys know, I love family. I love friends. Like, that's the funnest part of life for me.
Yeah.
And like, everyone was forced to just always hang out. Like, I was at your house all the time, hanging out with your neighbors. I was always at my grandma's house. All my family. It was just.
Danny was living his best life.
It was just awesome. It was like everyone was talking and communicating. No one was too busy for one another. It was like, I don't think anyone, like, family-wise, has been more connected since then.
No. Well,
that's how we became close with our neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
Usually you're too busy on Friday night to go here or go there. Now you were just forced to stay home and meet people. And
it was very special. It was very special. It was very special, I think, I would hope for you, Danny. I think you can realize this too. And is we had really, I'll just own it. We had really wealthy people around us. Our neighbors had some jing.
Yeah.
And so now you give these people money and time.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
It was
we were
so
eating
fun.
ribeyes in the street.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's
so fun.
Wagyu steak, fucking high-end champagne,
Houseboat.
houseboats.
Houseboat was wild. Yeah.
That was so grateful.
Oh, I'm talking grateful for the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was Avia. It was something like, why do professional drone pictures on trash day? That was just a funny fucking question. Okay. Sam Rabu's in the building. Let's give her a shout out. There she goes. What I don't understand is why people have fucking trash in their backyard. We have a civilized society where they will come to your house for $18 a month and take all of your garbage to somewhere else.
Yeah, they got 3 bulk days a month.
I thought you had to pay for that. You don't have a choice.
No, you do. Yeah, exactly.
So you might as well use your bulk.
Right. Those fucking people.
I had a neighbor, I swear to God, it was 8 dining room chairs, 2 love seats, a table. Like, he put his whole house out there.
And they took it?
Yeah, I came home, it was all gone.
Yeah.
Wow. On bulk day?
Yeah,
Holy
it was
shit.
wild. The whole front was filled.
Jonesy, give Eric Kelly a shout out. He says he loves the energy. This guy's fucking full of energy. If we
Yeah,
could put
right?
his ass into a little bottle and sell it, we'd be billionaire.
Oh, absolutely.
He's an awesome guy. Eric, I'm so grateful that we actually got to meet. I love your energy. What was the other thing? What did you say? Oh, bulk day. Okay, do you know why they charge everybody no matter what? Anybody know?
Because everybody has trash.
Because could you imagine if the garbage man had like a notepad?
Oh, yeah. And he had to be like, oh, I
was like,
can't pick up this guy's trash.
Yep, Danny didn't pay today. Keep going. Wait, stop. Fuck, he did pay. I was reading it wrong. Go back. You know what I'm saying?
And there would be trash everywhere.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
People
but
would dump their trash.
But people everybody's paid charge for it, and people
Right,
still
no.
dump their trash. So I don't know
Yeah.
if that makes a difference. But
No, it does, because if they didn't pay for it, that means none of their trash would get picked up, and then
okay. All
it'd
right.
be everywhere.
What's funny is I didn't pay. So my Republic service bill was
Somehow
getting,
Danny's the only one that
it was sent.
Your new one?
Yeah, it was getting sent to my grandma's house. So like,
Well, it started with them still billing us, to where I had to call them and be like, no, we don't own this anymore.
yeah, but they went to my grandma's house. It was sending it over there. So I was seeing those. I was just throwing them away. I'm like, that's not mine. So I'm checking my mail, and I'm like, I'm not getting anything in my house. Next thing you know, I like actually opened one day. They were like, you're behind $129. I'm like, fuck.
It's like, that's a whole year's worth of trash.
I know. They're still
That's
picking my
actually
shit
not
up.
that bad.
Oh, they're still exactly. They're
Yeah.
still picking your shit up. The trash lien, the sewer lien, and property taxes are the only 3 liens that can be and an HOA.
Utilities that can lean. Is that where you're going?
Well, those are the only. Okay, so well, no, but just because I can get way down that
You're
rabbit
fine,
hole
you're
because
fine.
technically Henderson can lien the property. Even fucking North Las Vegas can lien a property with water, and I didn't even know that. Remember, we got a lien from.
Yeah, that's utilities, though.
Yeah.
Anyways, go on. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Anyway, these super priority liens is what they're called: HOA, trash, sewer, property taxes, can foreclose in front of your first mortgage.
Wow.
Yeah, most people didn't know that.
Do you know how many Republic Services liens we got in the last 6 months for houses that we
From
sold
your
last
rental?
year?
Oh,
What,
Yeah.
dude? These fucking companies are so.
I'm
fucked
like,
up.
it's not my responsibility to tell you that we don't own it anymore. Isn't that the title?
I don't
Company
think
I've
they're
never-
as sophisticated as we think.
No.
No, they
it's not.
transfer based on ownership transfer.
Right.
But I don't think it goes through 100% of the time like we think. Like, okay, we're done.
Oh,
Like,
right.
No, it clearly doesn't.
Yeah.
No one does.
I had to provide the settlement statements. When
Anybody got a question for us out there that's watching us on the live? I'm afraid to fucking touch it again. Yeah, the Republic, they're then they have to go and it's just so fucked up.
Well, no one checks as much as they think. Like when I was in high school, it was take 2 languages and take your SATs, take your ACTs. When I went to college, they said, "Did you take 2 languages in the meeting?" I said, "Yes." They said, "Did you take the SATs?" I said, "Yes." "Did you take the ACTs?" I'm like, "Yes." Like, okay. "Did you graduate?" I didn't even have my diploma on me. I did graduate a year late, but they're like, "Okay, you're in." I'm like, "You're not gonna check."
Dude, you know what prevents all that is these privacy acts.
Really?
Dude,
Yeah.
think right now if you wanted to hire me, a better example,
Yeah.
and you wanted to call Durango High School
Yeah.
or Sierra Vista and go, "Hi, my name is Daniel Jones. I'm looking to hire this guy named Josh Galindo. I need to know if he graduated high school. Dude, they'd be like, sir, under the RESPA bullshit privacy.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
Act. We can't.
Is
HIPAA?
that why Joe Biden was able to get away with saying he went to law school? And...
Exactly. He created the law.
I went, look at it. It's got his handwriting.
Kristen's got a question for us here.
Okay.
Jonesy.
Our question is,
He wants to
Josh,
know.
if you had to rebuild from scratch, where would you start?
First, I would start by getting a different woman.
That is so sad. Your life wouldn't be what it is.
It wouldn't be. I'm
No,
totally kidding.
you didn't let him finish.
You would
because
be like the homeless guy behind the Durango building, and I'd be like, "Excuse me, sir, you need to go."
you didn't let Josh
Married to the
finish.
new guy that you helped be successful.
What he was meaning was you deserve so much more than Josh restarting. So he wouldn't bring you back down.
Oh,
He'd
Air
leave
high
you
five.
up top.
Air high five.
Air five.
Air five.
wow, Dan, really coming through.
No, he came in strong there. What would I do?
Wholesale. You already know this answer.
Exactly. Danny knows it. And in all seriousness, that's what I would do. If I was dwindled down to just me, myself, and I,
Mm-hmm.
and a phone, I would, even if I didn't have money for a phone, then I would go buy a scooter or a bike and ride around knocking on doors and asking people if they'd sell their house cheap. And then I would tie it up under, because they can't take, you might be able to take all the stuff,
Yeah.
but you can't take my understanding of real estate away.
No.
Mm-mm.
So that's now permanent. So I can always rebuild from that.
Right.
It wouldn't be fun. It wouldn't
No.
be glamorous.
No.
But yeah, you just go back to wholesaling. So you
Yeah, I'm Josh Galindo, former millionaire. Would you like to sell me your house so I can make a quick $3,000 assignment fee?
and think how quickly I'd rebuild.
Oh, so
Very
fast.
fast.
You know what I'm saying? Versus how long it took to get here today. Because one, I'd have confidence still.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know,
And I mean, that's a fucking scratch. Let's say you lost everything, the connections you have now, you're going to be back in somewhere.
right? Yeah. I mean, so if we're being realistic,
Yeah.
I don't really love entertaining this because I don't want it to happen. Danny's right. The realistic scenario would be I know people with money, so I would just tap back into flipping homes with investor money. I'd just call Jeff Nagel. I'd call Mike Maloney.
Mm-hmm.
I'd call Joe
Tom
Kennedy.
Boakley.
I'd call Tom Boakley and go, guys, you're back. Your boy's back. 75-25. Who's down? You know. And start back over.
The good question is if you were drugged at night, picked up, and dropped in the middle of Oklahoma, and you lost all memories of who you were as a person. You just remembered your real estate knowledge. Where would you start? You wake up, you're like, I don't know who I am or where the fuck
How
I
did
am.
he build this fucking question?
I mean, maybe
That's
what
how would
Christian
you start
meant.
from scratch?
That's scratch.
I would do what I said. Yeah, I'd
Start making phone
First,
calls.
I'd get out of a town. I'm going to take what you said literally. You said Oklahoma. My guess in Oklahoma, it's not a very dense population, or whatever town I'm in. I'm going to assume it's not very dense. So I would leave that town and go to where I could be in a very dense neighborhood, and then I could hit more volume, because you need volume to get back on your feet. If I'm out in farm town, it would take me 4 minutes to get to the next house, and then is that one fucked up? No, it's not. Next one. So you want to get to a place where there's high density so that you can get into the numbers game, and you're calling. But if you're really broke, like you said, stuck there, you're probably knocking on doors, and then you got to figure out how to get a contract. Man, I could fucking do it.
That's our reality show idea.
Yeah, that's what Grant Cardone did one like that. Did you hear that? Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's a great idea. But yeah, you could go back. Dude, the better version, if you really want to see me succeed, is send Danny and I
Oh gosh.
Oh,
back to zero. Think about that. I'd be like, all right, Dan, we need a contract. We need contracts.
Yeah.
So he'd be like, okay, well, we need paper. We need a computer. Okay, let's go to Kinko's. Well, we don't have any money to pay for it. Well, let's sit out front and ask people for money. Hey, hit them with a story. Now we got $5, $7, $8. Now we go inside. We type up the contract, purchase agreement. Dan be like, well, what do we need in a purchase agreement? Like, this is what I got. I got this part. Okay. Then we got to get the assignment agreement. Now we have 10 contracts. Now we go out and find them. Well, Danny's gonna be like, well, how do we get investors? Well, we got to find investors. Well, how do we find investors? Well, last time we found investors, we found them on Facebook. Well, how do we get on Facebook? I don't know. We got to get a phone. How do we get a phone? Let's go sit out front of Walmart and put together $49 so that we can get a SIM card and buy a burner phone. And dude, like if you really break it down, I'd fucking be back in 6 months.
Yeah. Find one investor. I got $3 million to play with.
All right.
Perfect.
You stay right
Perfect.
there.
Yeah.
We get to work for you, sir. How's our social doing here?
We got 17 live. We got Susie May,
Yay!
Amanda Workman.
Oh,
She's got another baby on the way, I just learned.
Yeah. You don't even need the buttons. You got Krystal and I.
IAmJoshGalindo.
Oh, my lovely sister.
We got another Galindo.
I love Jessica Galindo. My sister, have you heard me say this, Danny? That she is, I at this moment have the greatest relationship I've ever had with my sister. And I've known her my entire life.
It's the older you get, somehow it just gets even better.
It does, man. She's fucking rocking on all cylinders. We went and checked out her place, and you want to talk about some controversial shit.
Oh gosh.
This fucking LA. Did I bitch to you about LA?
I saw your Instagram stories.
Bro, Hollywood Boulevard. Okay, that's comparable to Las Vegas Boulevard.
Yeah.
It's the place.
The town is Hollywood.
That's where celebrities are cherished on the floor.
Exactly.
Yes.
Dude, for lease signs everywhere. It'd be like walking down the strip right now. Let me give you a good example. Walking by the or by the Krystals,
Yeah.
where it's Louis Vuitton, Chanel, a mall, because you got to find retail. That's why I'm giving you that visual. And seeing all that say for lease. Dude, nobody wants to fucking open a business down there.
Well, I mean, the video you shot, it was brand new condos, and across the street, it was 19 homeless.
Yeah, tents.
Yeah, and I don't think it smells good either.
No, actually, Kennedy said, "Why does it smell weird?"
Yeah, we were able to get off the beaten path. We had to get off the beaten path to find a restaurant to go eat at. And I'm thinking on the way back, to walk back to the van, I'm like, it's not worth bringing the whole family because it's sketch.
Yeah.
I don't think they felt sketch because they knew that this bad motherfucker would protect them at all costs. So, but it was sketch. And so I was like, you know what? Just stay here. I'll walk back. One, it'll be faster. Two, I can, if I stare at the wrong homeless guy, I don't want to defend my whole family. I can just run from him alone. I can't run from him with Krystal holding Jagger. You get the point. Okay. I'm walking back, and then I start realizing as I'm getting closer to the van, I'm like, I didn't see one fucking cop. Imagine walking down Las Vegas Boulevard
For 2 hours.
in extreme Sketchville for 2 hours, not see one cop.
Yeah, it's wild.
You'd be like, dude, if something went down right now, you're fucked. And then you got these fucking idiot. This one got me highly emotionally charged.
Oh yeah.
And Krystal too. And she don't get worked up over this shit. This fucking bonehead idiot chick sitting there.
Two of them
screaming into microphones, standing on the American flag.
on the ground,
Yeah, on the ground. The flag is on the ground.
holding up a Russia flag, right?
Ukraine and Russia and talking shit. And I'm like, listen, I get it. Ukraine, Russia, fucking NATO, all that shit's corrupt. We know it is. We think Russia's corrupt. America's fucking 100 times more corrupt.
Obviously.
Okay, so I get there's corruption, but
To stand on the flag and say,
a human being died honoring that flag. Like in his brain, he's like, I love America so much, I'll die today because of it. And that bitch, forget all the other shit. And that bitch had the nerve to stand on that flag.
and she said, "You don't love this flag. You are supposed to disrespect this flag."
It's funny if you
and I looked at her. I was like, "Can you not say this in front of my kids?" Like it was
appalling.
shocking.
It was shocking.
I was so upset.
Imagine if you can get a full-blown background report of the way she's lived her life.
Oh, dude, she's got so much trauma.
Yeah, and the bad things she's done to people.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
like, you're going to sit here and judge a country of 333 million?
No, she
Right.
she thinks
Right.
she's gonna make a change by doing that with her friend
Right.
on a Saturday afternoon.
Like she's gonna convince us to hate America too. You know what?
You know what?
That's crazy, Danny. I was in Hollywood and this chick was on a flag and now I hate America.
She made some really good points.
Yeah, she made some killer points. I'm gonna go and live her life.
Yeah.
No, fuck that. I just can't stand that stuff. The big thing is, okay, let me just pick you up and let me drop you in Ukraine right now.
Yeah, right.
And you and
Then
your friend,
leave.
you and your girlfriend can play the same game on their streets.
Yeah.
While missiles are flying past your face.
Bro, put her in the Middle East. You can't even, if you say anything about your government, they'll kill you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't step on their flag. They'll burn you in the street.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go play that game over there if you're so brave.
At least keep the flag up and say, I love the country,
Freedom
but
of
it's
speech.
corrupt.
Yep.
You're literally desecrating, like,
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't mind.
No,
if you
she
wanna
was like,
talk
"What
shit.
can
It
I
was
do? That's the ultimate most disrespect." And then, like, who does that intentionally? I
I
don't
know.
understand.
know.
Anyway.
I can't believe my sister lives there.
Oh my God.
I went to downtown San Diego and there was bums everywhere. Like
Really?
I didn't let Simba get his full 20 feet. I would keep him 3 feet in because, again, bums, I don't know what they're seeing my dog as.
Right.
A little demon because he's so
Right.
high.
Right.
And 20 feet ahead of me, I'm like, I won't be able to get to him. So, like, he was really close. The whole vibe was just
I just
Totally
do you
wrong.
think there's like so many homeless people there because the weather's so good? So it's like actually something whether you can live outside
I
year
think
round
that's a reasonable.
with sand.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Totally.
yeah. I mean, that's why I figured.
I mean,
out
the state allows it. Let's
Yeah.
let's not
Oh, yeah.
dismiss that. But totally, I think if it was Alaska, they wouldn't be. I bet
No,
Alaska has a
not at
very
all.
low homeless population.
Right.
Well, what I learned is Venice Beach when we went, there was homeless everywhere.
Yeah.
It was the end of Route 66. So the whole country would follow one road. And the highway would end. At Route 66.
That's how that worked.
That's why I did some research, and that might have been a theory, but I was looking at it. I'm like, Route 66 was the main freeway, and it ended at Venice Beach throughout the whole country.
Oh, how funny.
Venice Beach isn't what it was when we were there. Like that was homeless, but it wasn't like sketch and scary. I feel like now it's.
I bet if what we just witnessed in Hollywood, I bet
Yeah.
Venice is even worse. Dan, let me see that phone. Let's. How long we been chatting for?
Freedom and opportunity is what this country's about.
Who said that?
Real LV picks.
That's right. He fucking knows his shit. Smart person right there. How long do you think we've been doing this?
46 minutes.
46 minutes. So we'll go another 10. How's that?
I got to go soon, though. I got a 12 o'clock appointment.
Oh, so we got to go. You got to go now.
Yes, I got to
All
meet Yefe at.
All right, Jonesy's got to go because he's got to go make us or run our housing business and make us all money. And I'm extremely grateful. That was fucking cool.
Yeah.
You know what it is? And I think we're kind of that point once we get these last tools, we can just go and sit down and talk for fucking 20 minutes and have some fun.
Yeah.
That's not a vibe.
The ladder.
The ladder, yeah, is not a vibe.
I know.
You guys could see it.
Any last words, you two?
We're good. No, that was good.
good.
What do we if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest,
Mm.
please consider Vegas's
Vegas's own
own
family.
Vegas's family-owned real estate company.
Look for Kinsley's billboard.
Yeah, we got some cool billboards coming out. So yesterday we were brainstorming the answers. Anyway, we are exceptional real estate professionals that know the market well. So that's a sincere solicitation. Galindo Group Real Estate. I'm thankful for everybody around me, and that'll do it for the day.
Over and out.
Over and out.
Find something grateful for.
Hey guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. If you guys want to learn more about the tools, tips, and tricks that I use on a daily basis to maintain my success, stay connected with me through all of my socials at IAmJoshGalindo.